Man, we back at it again with another episode of Nowadays Podcast. It just feels so good to be on YouTube, to be doing my thing. And I thank y'all for tuning in, of course. Look, you already know I don't do too much talking, but I get right to it, especially when we talking about a Senate hearing, focused on the Epstein files and things of that nature. You think Iran making us forget about this war in Iran, Israel, all the gas prices going up? Now, we ain't forgot about the Epstein files. We haven't forgot about the Epstein files, and we're going to talk about them today, starting with the Senate hearing with Mrs. Pam Bondi. Yeah, I'm talking about Republicans and Democrats ridiculed her on her handling with the Epstein files. We're going to get right into it.
Thank you, Attorney General Bondi, for being here today. I'm going to show you two photos.
Thank you.
I'm going to show you two photos of former Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. Under the law Congress passed, you were allowed to redact photos to protect the victims of Epstein's sex trafficking operation. You redacted the photos of this victim's face because you were following the congressional law. Is that correct?
I'm sorry that we redacted the victim's
Because you were
face?
following the congressional law, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You have now established that please put the photos back up, that we are looking at a sex trafficking victim. Under the Federal Victims Trafficking Protection Act, not only is Jeffrey Epstein guilty, but anyone who patronizes Epstein's sex operation is also guilty of a crime. That's why I find it absolutely despicable that you sought to protect Epstein's clients like former Prince Andrew. Last July, you closed the case on Epstein's abusers. The July 2025 memo from your Department of Justice stated, quote, "We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties." These two photos, please put the photos back up. These two photos staring you in the face are evidence of a crime and more than enough evidence to predicate an investigation against former Prince Andrew. So I ask you, Attorney General Pam Bondi, why did you shut down this investigation last July, and why have you not prosecuted former Prince Andrew?
I don't believe you asked Merrick Garland these questions when he was Attorney General and set before.
I agree with you.
You twice.
I'm reclaiming my time.
Never
I agree with
mentioned
you. I agree with you. During the Biden administration, I called for people looking at Epstein files. Merrick Garland dropped the ball, as did Attorney General Bill Barr, as did Alex Acosta, a whole string of failures. But you are in charge. You have the power to change things, to hold these men accountable, and you're doing the opposite. You're protecting them. So I want to move on to another man.
Can I answer
Donald
that,
Trump.
though?
I want to move on to another
Can I
question.
answer your question about protecting
You answered the
Prince Andrew?
question.
You're saying no. I love this.
I want to discuss another man, Donald Trump, who is all over the Epstein files, like former Prince. Here's a video. Like former Prince Andrew, Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files
I'm reclaiming my time.
be
I got your
released.
answer. You said there's no evidence.
Trump asked
Chairman, please stop the clock.
sign
the clock.
the legislation. This is
Time.
this
I'd like
is
to reclaim my
ridiculous.
time.
Time belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a
I
crime.
believe you just lied under oath, and this is all on videotape. You said there's no evidence of crime. I'm showing you, here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was gonna stop a limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide. No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell, so should the men who patronized his operation. And as we say here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing concludes.
The gentleman has expired.
May I respond?
Yeah, I don't know how you respond. No one can.
I did not ask a
respond.
question, Ms.
He doesn't
You're
want
allowed
to talk
to.
about
I did
the
not ask a
horrific
question.
crime in California. He does not want to talk
I
about
did not ask a
crime
question.
in his
She
state.
can't just
Madam
ad
Attorney
lib
General.
stuff. I did not ask a question.
Meeting will be in order. The gentleman has yielded back his time. I think our next witness will be.
Look, man. That is crazy. I didn't get any information from her. None at all. You know what? A family member once told me a hit dog is always gonna holler. And what that essentially means is that where there's smoke, there's fire. And in other words, like if there's nothing there, you wouldn't be all acting all crazy and irate. These questions shouldn't feel like an attack to her, especially as the Attorney General, right? So she lied under oath. We can honestly see that. Donald Trump's name is the most, he's the most emphasized name in the Epstein files. His name, he's named more than anybody else in the actual Epstein files than Epstein himself. So saying that there's no evidence of a crime is lying under oath, right? There's so much there that we have to unpack. There's so much secrets that are still covered. There's so much reticence that the White House is operating in. We still need to find out what happened on Epstein Island. And I'm gonna stay tuned in. I'm gonna do whatever I can to continue to follow this story. I haven't forgot about what's going on with the Epstein files. I don't know about you guys. Obviously, there's so much going on in the world with the war in Iran, the gas prices going up. So many things are happening at one time. I don't know. It just feels like all this is happening to cover up what's happening with the Epstein files. So many prominent figures, so many fixtures have their this madness, this reprehensible act where young girls, young teenage girls were trafficked to that island with prominent figures, judges, politicians, and even maybe presidents. We all know that Bill Clinton, we've seen pictures of him sitting in a pool with Epstein's wife. There's so much to unpack here, right? You guys let me know what y'all think in the comments. Is Pam Bondi being truthful? Because all it seems like to me is that she's squirming and trying to hide from the truth. She knows the truth. The FBI knows the truth. The CIA knows the truth. We need to find out what the truth is and hold these men and women responsible for these heinous acts. Until next time, Thank you for tuning in to Nowadays Podcast. We out.